It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Can't sleep. Just can't. I had a dream. I fell asleep, and in the dream, I felt like I was stuck, trapped. I went to go through the door, and it's kind of like my bedroom door, where it was like two doors, and they closed together, and there's a line in the middle where they meet. French doors, I think they call them. And the handle was missing, which is super weird. It wasn't my bedroom doors, it was just doors. But I couldn't get out of the room, and it was very dark. The handle was missing, and I just reached up and found what I think was a peephole, and I used finger strength to pull the door open, just my middle finger. I'm not sure if there was actually a peephole there or not. I didn't look through it. I didn't know it was there. It was just this passive thought. I wasn't panicking. I wasn't confused. I was just there's no handle. Let's grab it from a different spot. I used whatever finger and forearm muscles to get the door open. And there was almost this vacuum. When the door opened, there was a breeze that blew through. And I couldn't see through the other side of the doorway, but the breeze shocked me awake. I was it was almost like the act of opening the door was what woke me up. It was the exit of the dream. So interesting. There's, I think, a lot of different ways that could be interpreted. But that actually wasn't the point of this video. I've just been awake and talking to people, looking at things, planning things out, hypotheticals, clothes, all sorts of stuff. And I Googled the twin flame for the first time in 2 years. He's still there? As far as I can tell. His Instagram picture is still the same one. Maybe I'd have to have an Instagram account to see if there was more albums or anything like that. But it didn't look like there were. It looked like all the albums he used to communicate with me were taken down, or maybe they're just not visible unless you're logged in. I don't know. He does post stories still. No more uploads. Not since everything with me. The last one I saw was after I threw a fit because he changed his profile picture to the one it is now. And he wasn't looking at the camera. It was right after I made this big message about I was moving and I wanted answers, and I didn't know what was going to happen. And he put up a picture of him profile not looking, and it came out very cold when it happened. Very dissociated, I don't care if you move. But I threw a fit about him not looking at the camera. And he posted another picture, the next day, from one of his volunteer, I forget what it was called, it was some volunteering thing in Georgia. And it was him looking directly at the camera and smiling. I think that was an effort to appease me, or to make it right, or to close the gap in some way. But I decided to stay mad. I didn't interact. I didn't do something. And it was right after that, I'm pretty sure, that he decided enough was enough. And he sent me that song, Cherry Plum. And then I got blocked. It's just very cathartic, very interesting to be thinking about all this now, because I haven't in so long, I haven't really spent time thinking about it because I knew I wasn't supposed to look at him. I wasn't supposed to look at pictures. I wasn't supposed to keep them. And it was kind of surreal that after everything I did to make sure that he was scrubbed from my life and my phone and everything, that I didn't have access to any pictures. It was really strange to just type in his name in a Google search and see a bunch. Because they were always there. It's not like I'm going to forget his name. So it's like all that time I was holding all of these pictures as like this precious object, so I wouldn't forget his face. But I never did. I didn't have to see his face to have it in my mind. I didn't have to look at him tonight in order to remember what he looks like. Part of me did hope that there would be something new. Something of an update, I guess, so I'd know what's been going on in his life. But I'm not going to make an Instagram so that I can investigate. I'm not going to follow him. I'm not going to message him. I'm not going to do any of those things. And I felt this weird sense of closure, full circle kind of energy. When I closed out that tab, really I backed out of it. And I don't feel sad or depressed or anything like that. I got a strength confirmation and a chariot confirmation that I was supposed to look at him tonight. He's just a person. And I'm just a person. But it was all so much bigger than us. I still love him. But I don't need to be with him anymore. I think... Hold on. I think if it was meant to be, it would be. And if it's meant to be in the future, then it will be. But I want him to be happy. And I want to be happy. I want him to walk in his purpose. I want to walk in my purpose. And if those paths intersect, then so be it. But I'm not going to resist the path that my life is meant to go in. I'm not going to avoid connection because I'm not sure if they'll be able to live up to my memory of him. He's out there, living. And so should I. Because if he wants what I want for him, for me, then he's probably hoping I will.